So you may be feeling some election anxiety approaching. We're here to address that today with a nonpartisan view towards what you can do. While there are several options like volunteering for a candidate that you support, creating an online presence, or engaging in discourse, the main way to make a difference is to vote. Today, I'll be walking you through a guided meditation that lays out the steps to vote in person. Let's start by getting comfortable. Maybe you're sitting in a chair or lying in your bed. Make sure you're in a space where you can relax and feel cozy for a while. Take a deep breath in. Wiggle your toes and stretch your arms up. Now breathe out and let everything just settle back down. We'll begin by scanning our bodies and releasing tension. Imagine a warm white pool of light that starts at your feet, beginning to rise up into your toes and into the arches of your feet, and take a few deep breaths as you relax into this warmth. Feel the pool rising, covering your calves, and let any stiffness pass, your calf muscles melting down. Now the pool is at your knees, up to your thighs, releasing and relaxing. Just let the light rise past your hips, observing any tightness and letting go, letting yourself dissolve into this light. As the light rises up into your arms, allow all of your joints to release and melt down. Your chest is now immersed in this calming pool of light. Notice the space between your ribs, the set of your shoulders, and let them all expand back into this pool of light. Bring the light up to your neck, to your face, and let the calming sensation fill all of your body. Notice any tension you may be holding in your jaw and relax, allowing your tongue to pull away from the roof of your mouth. Allow the hollows in your ears to open, the forehead muscles sloping off to the sides and disengaging. Now the white light is all the way at the tippy top of your head. Allow it to rise and fill you, glowing at the very top of your head and cocooning around you. You are in a warm, white space. Your body is soft and safe and relaxed. We're ready to begin visualizing. It's a brisk fall day. You're standing on the sidewalk. Feel the small bits of gravel beneath your feet, your warm coat protecting you from the breeze. You can feel the positive energy around you, a white light at your core energizing you despite the cold wind outside. After taking a look around, you make your way down the path and find the entrance to your polling place. It may be a school gymnasium or a public building. Let's make sure you can visualize clearly where you'll be voting. If you have no idea what this place looks like, we'll pause for 2 minutes right now and use whatever device you're using to go to www.accreditedschoolsonline.org/resources/students and first-time voters with dashes in between, /. Go to step 4, find my polling place, and type in your address. You'll be able to see early voting options, ballot drop boxes, and for our purposes, your polling place for Election Day. Take a quick look. Maybe you've been there before, or maybe it's new to you, but this way you can visualize more clearly. Close your eyes again and relax your body, feeling the sensations around you. Crispy gravel and leaves, scruffy concrete, ridged brick walls, and perhaps voices of those nearby. Re-immerse yourself in the world in your mind, this light flowing through you, this fall day, and the place that you've gone to vote. Find your way to the back of the line and observe the feelings around you. There may be a sense of excitement or contention, of political signs. It may be different from what you've seen in other years, with people standing farther apart and wearing masks. Just sweep up all of that and let it pass. You can feel the cool air brushing your skin and hear the chatter of people around you. If you live in a densely populated area, there may be a longer wait time. The morning is the fastest time to vote, so if you're concerned, try getting to your polling place early in the day if your schedule allows. Maybe you have YouTube videos, a playlist, or a podcast queued up, and you slowly inch closer to the door, feeling the crunch of concrete and crisp autumn leaves, smelling bright sun or cool aftertastes of rain in the air. When you get to the entrance, you'll pass through a large doorway and into the hall where you can begin the voting process. Since you have a general idea of what your polling place looks like, imagine what's inside. What does this room look like? Tiled floors, or maybe the wooden slats of a basketball court? Here, a volunteer may ask you to display your photo ID. You pull the sharp plastic rectangle out of your pocket. If your voting address doesn't match with the address on your license, you pull out a crisp paper envelope that holds a utility bill or a paycheck with your address on the front. Maybe you've forgotten some of your documentation, but there's no need to worry. Just speak to the volunteer. States have their own processes for what to do if you've forgotten, and the volunteer will helpfully walk you through it. Even if you don't have your ID, you'll likely be able to vote, either with a provisional ballot or by signing a form to affirm your identity. But just wrap up this worry and let it pass. There are solutions in place. Now that everything's settled, the poll worker will direct you to a room where you'll begin the process of filling out your ballot. You walk into this space and see several volunteers who will help you with the voting process and a setup of voting machines. You approach the volunteers and they will check your name and address and hand you the appropriate ballot. Maybe you'll be given a plastic card to vote electronically or a paper ballot that you'll feed into a scanner. Feel the ridges on your plastic card or the bumps on the pen they supply, calming and grounding you in this space. You will follow a machine technician to a voting machine, and they will help explain how to place your vote, either electronically or on paper, and how to make sure to protect your privacy using the tools they have in place. Now it's time to cast your vote. If you're using a paper ballot, fill out the spaces that you choose fully with the blue or black pen that they should provide to you. If you're using an electronic machine, press the buttons on the screen that correspond to the candidates that you wish to vote for. Feel the scribbles underneath your fingers or the soft, velvety feel of the electronic screen. You do not have to fill out votes for every option that you're given in order for your vote to count. You can choose to skip a particular race if you cannot decide or do not have enough information. Voting isn't a test, it's simply a way to make your voice heard. If you'd like to know what your ballot would look like before you go, visit vote411.org/ballot, which is a nonpartisan site that will show you an example ballot that is perfectly updated for your voting location. Once you've filled out what you like, you have a chance to review your ballot. Then it's time to turn in your ballot. Maybe you have a paper ballot. The volunteers will help you feed it into a voting machine. If you're voting electronically, you'll finish reviewing and press a button to submit your ballot. Check in with a poll worker if you're confused or need help with something. That's it, you voted. You'll get a sticker to show off the fact that you've made your voice heard and you're proud, relieved, and ready to head home to relax. Now that you know the steps, you can make a plan in your head. First, make sure you're registered at the right address. Then check out what's on your ballot. Know what kind of ID or proof of residency to bring to the polls in your state and where your polling place is. Make a plan to get there. Then, go vote. If you're in line before the polls close, they legally must let you vote. If someone is trying to prevent you in any way from casting your vote, report it to the Election Protection Hotline at 866-687-8683. It's illegal for people to do this, and the Election Protection Organization will help you through whatever obstacles you encounter. You've imagined everything you need to do and have the ability to put it in action. Feel that warm light pass over you, surrounding you and fortifying you. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Bring your mind back, wiggling the tips of your fingers and toes, stretching out your arms and legs. Turn your head from side to side. Now slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today